What in the world is happening with Kitsap County real estate? Let's check it out. Here we go. Supply and demand time, everybody. All right. Let's see. The blue is the demand, and the green is the supply. You're looking at the last 2 years of King County. Green is the supply. Well, let's look. So, a couple of things you can see is that last year, it was the last 1, 2, 3 months of the year, last quarter of the year, demand outstripped supply. Now, it's not unusual that supply goes down that far. And if we scaled it out for more years, you would see the same end of year phenomenon. All right. So let's see how January compared last year to this year. Last year, we wound up with almost 1,800 new homes. And this year we wound up with 1,400. So, 1,800, 1,400, 20% less homes. It's crazy less homes, okay? The demand was about proportional, though. So, you wound up with a small gap here, small gap here. There you go. But the supply is the issue in our market, okay? And until we get a significant number of months with supply outstripping demand, you're not going to see any easing of price. You cannot see any easing of price unless you get a disparity in supply and demand, and you don't see that yet. All right, you do see pretty traditionally January is just a little bit better, a little bit more than demand. There's more people selling than buying. They're ramping up. They're getting to be spring, February, March. Let's see, January, February, March, April. You're going to see more and more inventory coming to the market. That's predictable. It looks like the demand is kept up last year. It'll probably keep up this year. Maybe, right? I mean, interest rates and all the other things that go on in the market, you could see an issue with that. But in general, what you're seeing is a continuation of the phenomenon that would be predictable, which is demand is outstripping or keeping pace with supply. And until that changes, there really cannot be any sort of easing of price. You might see things plateau. If you look from here's King County, you could see things plateaued, went from 740 to 750, which is the slowest increases you've had in a few years. I don't see where, it's conceivable you get a small dip, but unless there's some new supply created or demand just disappears, you're not going to see that, okay? If you look at just the Seattle market action, super strong sellers market. Seattle median price is $949. King County overall, what was it, 740, 750? Yeah, 750. In Seattle proper, almost $1 million median list price. Good times. Overall, super, super strong housing market. You could see that over the holidays, some houses went, they dropped the prices, but not a lot. There's no reason to expect that. If you want to keep your finger on the pulse of the market, in the comments in the description, there is a link to this website, and you can sign up and get the city and the frequency of the market updates set for your preferences. Feel free to use this service. Right now, what you're seeing is a very strong seller's market, and I have nothing to indicate that is going to change anytime soon. As soon as it does, I'll let you know. Now, every situation is unique. Every person has unique needs. Every house has a unique selling proposition. If you have questions about your situation, let me know. Particularly interested in helping this year people that are not yet selling their home because they don't know where they would go. You have a house that you'd like, your house is too small or it's too big, and you'd like to get a new house someplace else, but you can't figure out how to buy that house without selling yours. You certainly don't want to sell yours until you found the house. I have a great solution for that. So let me know. Give me a call. Let me know. Really super easy. Doesn't cost you anything more. And you get to buy the house you're looking for before you sell your house. Give me a call. Let me know what I can do for you. Aaron Hendon at eXp Realty with Christine and Company. Talk to you soon. Bye. What in the world is happening with Kitsap County real estate? Check it out. You're looking at the last 2 years of activity. Green is the supply, blue is the demand. Okay, the number of homes that came on the market, the number of homes that came off the market any given month over the last 2 years. And you can see a couple of interesting things. Last quarter of last year, like all Puget Sound counties, ended with demand stronger than supply. Okay, prices continue to go up. Housing remains tight. More people are coming than houses available. Same thing. Now, in Kitsap County, you did see an increase in demand in January with almost exactly the same supply, right? And in fact, supply was a little bit better than last year and better than the year before. So more houses available, but demand kept pace. Not uncommon for that to happen in January, right? February, March, April, you can begin to count on more and more inventory coming on. So that may make it, going from 17 offers to 7 offers. That's the kind of world that we're living in now. If you're looking to sell, I would do it sooner rather than later. Excuse me. And if you're looking to buy, you can take a breath and wait for more inventory to come on in March and April, May, June, like that. It's predictable that will in fact be the case. But I do not see the scenario where prices come down. All right. Now, while last year inventory did reach higher than the year before, and there was more inventory available overall than the year before, you don't see a lot of drop off in demand. And until the demand drops off, I don't see how this particular level of a chart changes in any particular way. It's a 17% price increase year over year in Kitsap. Does that slow down? Does it tail off? Does it level off, plateau? It could. What would make it crash? I don't know. There would need to be a drop off in demand or a massive increase in supply. I don't know what makes supply go up in this with our supply chain and everything. And I don't know what makes demand go down. I mean, maybe something does. It could be a disaster or something happens and things make demand go down. But right now, I wouldn't predict that. There's just nothing indicating that that's what's going to happen. So if you want to look at this is a website where you can keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening in the cities and the markets that you're interested in for free. Feel free to register for this. You just type your city that you want to find in here, and you'll get a chance to register for that and set the frequency every month, every week, every quarter, like that. I just chose Bainbridge because I have a lot of clients looking to buy on Bainbridge right now, and you can see the market cooled off just a skosh, just a little bit. Went from like insanely strong to much stronger, to very strong. Median price is $1.7 million on Bainbridge. There's just so few listings that median is a very difficult thing to measure because there's not a lot of inventory. So just even one house above 10 million skews the whole thing. Most new listings are coming on around 1.3, and you can just check out and see what's happening. I think these graphs are I think this information data is particularly useful, and you can keep track of it. In fact, any particular measure you want to track, you could track. So average days on market going down, it's a super hot market. So if you're interested in selling your home, but you don't know where you would go, like you're unwilling to sell if you don't have a new home under contract, and you can't get a new home under contract until you sell, I have a solution. Okay, I have a great loan program that will allow you to purchase a new home using only the equity in your home without a HELOC, without a line of credit, without the expense of the hassle, and qualify for that new home, not have to take that mortgage payment out of your monthly, and be able to move completely. If you want to renovate your home before you sell it, you can, and take advantage of that delta by holding your home for an extra month. You're predictably going to that value is going to go up 1% or 2%. That's a great deal. If you have questions about that, let me know where you're at. I'd love to be able to help you with that. Aaron Hendon with Christine and Company over at eXp Realty. Talk to you soon. What in the world is happening with Pierce County real estate? You got to check it out. It is hot, hot, hot. Oh, my caliente. Hot in Pierce County. Look at this. You're looking at supply and demand, which is the green is the supply and the blue is the demand over the last 2 years, every month. And if you notice something crazy, it is gone up over the last 2 months. So in the last quarter of last year, you could see the demand outstrip supply in October, November, December. But then, unlike King County, it continued to outstrip supply in January, which is really unusual. January, usually you begin to see a relief in that supply and demand. You begin to see more supply, higher green than demand. Not the case this year. That means higher prices, more bidding wars, harder to find homes, more difficult to buy, easier to sell. And while, you would predict that, look, this is February, March, April, May, June, you can see supply is going to go up predictably over the next 3 or 4 months. That you're starting the year with a month of already demand outstripping supply, demand outstripping new listings. You can really begin to tell this is going to be a super hot year for Pierce County real estate. Now, overall, you may see a little bit of a tail off, right? It's 20% in the last year. That's an enormous increase in home values, all driven by supply and demand. If you look at Tacoma in particular, this is by the way, a website that you could subscribe to for free on your own. The link is in the description here. You just type in the city you want to find. So let's just look at Tacoma, Washington, view report. Okay. You can register yourself for it, but that's how simple that is. You just put yourself in there. But I should be able to just show you this. And I forget how I get to my link. Where is my link? Oh, I think I have to do this. Sorry about this. Give me 1 second. Boop, boop. I'll log myself in. Tacoma. Here we go. All right, so when you look at the Tacoma, but you can set yourself up for this. You can subscribe to it and change the frequency of it and anything you want. But when you look at Tacoma, right, super, super, super strong seller's market, hotter this month than last month. No surprise that it would be that way. Median price is 507, which is half of Seattle's median price in Tacoma, which is why it's such a hot market, because it's close. I mean, relatively close. I grew up on the East Coast and driving, an hour and a half, 2 hours on the Long Island Expressway to get to the city, which is really 20 minutes away at night. Not a big deal. It's pretty normal. So you could see that kind of growth in Tacoma. No reason particularly not to. Plenty of great areas. So at what point does that begin to even out? Well, you got to begin to ask yourself, where is that value proposition? Right now it's half. There was not long ago when it was a quarter of the median price. It's now half the median price. Probably has headroom to grow. So if you're looking to invest, or you're looking to sell, or you're looking to buy, let me know, because everyone's situation is different. In fact, one of the things I just found a product that helps people that want to buy a new house, but can't because they need to sell their house first, and they can't buy until they sell, and they don't want to sell because they don't know they'll be able to find something. I've got a solution for that allows you to buy your home, your new home, before you sell. You buy it, you move out, we can clean it, renovate it, do whatever we want to it, and then sell it. And in fact, in an appreciating market like this, you can buy, and then when you do sell, your home will be worth more than it would be if you did it the other way. Plus, you actually are competitive because you're not a contingent offer. Anyway, if you're interested in that, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions about that. Let me know what questions you have about your situation. That's what I'm here for. But I do not see any particular reason to expect this run to end. You got to, if you do, you got to tell me where the increased supply is going to come from, or where demand is going to go. It's potential that it evens out over the summer, that things slow down a little bit when that supply goes above the demand, predictably. But what makes it go down? I don't see it yet. All right, let me know what you think or questions you have. Aaron Hendon with Christine & Company over at eXp Realty. Talk to you soon. Bye. What in the world is happening with Vashon real estate? Well, you got to see this. This is crazy. All right. This is just sort of sad, actually. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it really, because, you're looking at the last 2 years of activity and, there were two, this is a supply and demand graph. Supply is the green and the blue is the demand. And every new house that comes on market is sold like that. I mean, and that has been the case since September, October, November, December, January. Every new home outstripping demand. There's like 4 homes available for sale on the island. That's 4 homes on the entire island. And the thing about Vashon, which is crazy, especially if you watch the other videos in the other counties, is there's no real light at the end of this tunnel for buyers, because where is the increase in supply going to come from? It's virtually, it's not impossible to build on the island, but it's not, normal. Water is an issue, materials are an issue, finding someone to do the work is an issue. King County, unincorporated King County is an issue. It's just, there's issues. We got issues. So, you're not looking at prices coming down anytime soon. There's no reason for them to. And any house that's available is going to get sold, and it's going to get sold with multiple offers in a very short period of time. It's really not even a question. I mean, there was 3 months last year where supply outstripped demand. And that's a month where there just happened to be more listings than were sold that month. Overall, any available inventory, and it's been like that for 2 years, just flies off the market. If you have a home on Vashon, you're super happy because, you've seen your equity go up 20% in the last year. Now, this level off of prices is not because demand tapered off. It's because there were no houses to buy. Now, is it possible we've seen a cap of what people are willing to pay? Sure. You don't have to see prices go up forever. There's some affordability ceiling that's going to happen, right? Where people just simply cannot afford to buy a house, but it doesn't mean everything that's available is not going to sell quickly. There's no reason to assume that. So if you want to take a look at the overall, this is a market update that you can subscribe to. You just fill in your city and your zip code here. You can put your email address and you'll get updates at the frequency and for the cities you want to track. Right now the median price on Vashon is $1 million. Now that really just depends on how you're measuring it. But point is, it's gone up, right? I mean, we have this has it at 770. 770 is closer to accurate. But just given the number of houses for sale, it could be any number of things at any given time. All right. It is very unlikely that a house is going to sit around the market here for very long. You really are going to need to be a cash buyer. You're going to need, to be able to move quickly like that. So I've got availability for cash financing, meaning you could get approved and have a cash offer available. So you could be competitive on Vashon. And frankly, without that, I don't know, you're really not buying on Vashon without cash. So if you're looking to buy on Vashon and you need that kind of financing, let me know. I've got that available. And if you're looking to sell your home, you want to buy on Vashon or you want to buy somewhere else, but you can't sell what you got until you found the right place, let me know, because I also have financing available where you can buy before you sell. You can move in before you sell, so you never wind up without a house, and you're only buying when you found the right house for you. Both those things are available now. Let me know what questions you have about your particular situation. That's what I'm here for. Aaron Hendon with Christine & Company over at EXP. Look forward to answering your questions. Talk to you soon. Bye.